Hello students, good morning. Welcome to the chemistry class of the chapter electrochemistry, and today we are going to discuss about the topic the electrolytic resistance and conductance. In last class we have studied about the laws of electrolysis, the first law and second law of electrolysis, Faraday's first law and second law of electrolysis. Okay, then what do you mean by electrolytic resistance and conductance? Okay, electrolytic resistance and conductance. What do you mean by resistance? So resistance can be defined as it is the conduction of the opposition of flow of electricity. Okay, it is the process of opposition of flow of electricity. Opposition of flow of, it is the process of opposition of flow of electricity. Okay, on a conductor. Okay, it means it opposes the flow of electricity in a conductor. Okay, so you know that the resistors are used in our electrical gadgets, that they can resist, they are implemented for resist the current. Okay, they can oppose the flow of current. Okay, so this is all about the resistance. This is the brief about the resistance. And what do you mean by conductance? Conductance means it is the flow of conduction of electricity through a conductor. Conductance means what? It is the process of flow of electricity through the conductor. So there are different type of conductors. We have already studied about it, and in this topic we have discussed about the metallic conductors and electrolytic conductors. The metallic conductors are the irons, some of the metallic parts, iron, copper, zinc, means they can carry electricity, and some of the electrolytic conductors are there, like some of the acid, base and salts. Acid like sulfuric acid, HCl, and bases like sodium hydroxide, okay, potassium hydroxide, and salts like sodium chloride and potassium chloride. Okay, so these can conduct electricity at their molten state, or also the metallic conductors, they can carry the electricity, means the flow of electricity, the flow of electrons can be takes place in this type of conductors. Okay, so whatever it may be, it is the process of flow of electricity through a conductor. So the conductor should be a metallic conductor or a electrolytic conductor. So before starting the topic, we have discussed the resistance and conductance. So resistance, the unit of resistance is ohm. Okay, so first of all we have to know that what is ohm. Ohm's law. Ohm's law. The Ohm's law can be, the law states that the flow of current is directly proportional to the conductor and inversely to the resistance. Directly proportional to the conductor. Okay, conductance you can say, directly proportional to the conductance, and inversely proportional to the resistance. If the flow of current means the electricity will be E, then it is directly proportional to the C, and E is inversely proportional to the resistance. Okay, in this way we can explain the law of Ohm's law. The law states that the flow of current is directly proportional to the conductor and inversely proportional to the resistance. Okay, in another way we can explain it like the flow of Ohm's law. Again, the law states that the flow of current I, okay, the flow of current I is directly proportional to the potential difference and inversely proportional to the resistance. Okay, so we can write I equal to E by R. Okay, so potential difference we can write E here, and the resistance is R. So I equal to E by R, or we can say E equal to IR. In two types we can explain the Ohm's law. So this is all about the Ohm's law. The unit of now in elaborately we will discuss about the resistance. Resistance means it is the opposition of flow of electric current in a circuit. Okay, so there are you know that there are some resistors are used for the implementation of for the opposition of the flow of electricity. Means they can reduce the flow of electricity, and they can absorb or they can send the limited amount of current. Okay, so the resistance and the resistors are used. Okay, resistors are the equipments which are used in our electrical gadgets, so they can reduce the flow of electricity. So the resistors are used to oppose the flow of electricity. Okay, so what is the definition of resistance? So resistance can be defined as the flow of current at a definite temperature the R directly proportional to the resistance resistance directly proportional to the length of the wire, length of the conductor, length, and inversely proportional to the area of cross section. So at a given temperature, the resistance is directly proportional to the length of the wire and inversely proportional to the area of cross section. Okay, so what do you mean by area of cross section? We know that the length of wire means the length we can know, we can see, and what is the area of cross section of a wire. So before knowing the area of cross section, we have to know that what is the area of cross section. Area of cross section means it is a 2D object which is obtained from a 3D object. Okay, it is a 2D shaped substance which is obtained from a 3D object. So we can take an example of that area of cross section. We will take a cylinder which is 3-dimensional, and if we will slice it out from its bottom, okay, then we will get a 2D shaped substance. So for the wire, we can take the area of cross section, a portion which is a spherical shape or a circle, or we can say the radius of the substance. Okay, so parallelly we can, when we cut like our sliced bread, okay, sliced bread, what happens when we slice a sliced bread in a packet? There are okay, it is 2D shaped, but when it is in the packet, it is a 3D shaped. Okay, so we can take an example of sliced bread, or we can take an example of a paneer. Okay, so when we cut the paneer is 3D shaped or a square, or when we cut into small pieces, then it will convert it into 2D shaped. Okay, so this is the example of area of cross section. So the mathematical representation of the resistance is what R directly proportional to L, or R inversely proportional to 1 by A. So the resistance is directly proportional to the length of the wire, and resistance is inversely proportional to the area of the cross section of wire. So we can take from the two equations, we will get a new equation. Again I am writing that R directly proportional to A, if this is equation 1, R inversely proportional to area of the cross section. So when we will combine these two equations, we will get another one. When combining these two equations, we will get R directly proportional to L by A, R directly proportional to L by A. So if there is a proportional symbol, if we remove the proportional symbol, then there is a constant value that is called rho. This one is called rho, RHO. Okay, RHO, which is known as proportionality constant, or we can say the specific conductance. Okay, proportionality constant. Proportionality constant, or we can say it is specific. It is known as the specific conductance. Okay, so this is the rho can be written as the specific conductance. Okay, so we know that there are some units of means what our resistance. The unit of resistance is unit of resistance. So resistance can be written as R and its unit is ohm. Okay, and its unit is ohm. The unit of resistance is ohm. Okay, so while adding these two equations, we got another equation, that is R equal to rho into L by A. Means here R equal to resistance is equal to the product of specific resistance and the ratio of length of the wire and the area of cross section. Okay, so we know that we got that R equal to rho into L by A. It is another equation. R equal to, or I am again writing this one, R equal to rho into L by A. So this is all about the resistance. We got another one, that is rho, which is specific resistance. Let's know about specific resistance. What is specific resistance? Okay. So what is the specific resistance? So specific resistance, we know that it is denoted as rho. Okay. So it can be denoted as, the specific resistance can be denoted as rho. So the specific resistance is equal to the resistance offered the passage of current through a conductor by a 1 cm cube or by 1 unit cube or unit cube of a conductor. Unit cube of a conductor. So specific resistance equal to the resistance offered the passage of current by unit cube of a conductor. Okay, so we can again write if L equal to 1 cm, if L equal to 1 cm or A equal to 1 cm square, okay, then the specific resistance rho equal to 1 cm cube. Okay, so specific resistance equal to 1 cm cube. So these are all about the specific resistance, and the units of specific resistance in SI unit or in CGS unit are, in SI unit the specific resistance can be denoted as ohm meter, or you can write ohm m. In CGS the unit of rho equal to ohm cm. Okay, ohm cm. So we can write, that is 1 ohm meter is equal to 10 to the power 2 ohm Cm. Okay, 1 ohm meter equal to 10 to the power 2 ohm C. So these are the units of specific resistance. Okay, so next we will discuss about the conductance. This is all about the resistance. Conductance. The conductance can be represented as denoted as C, or the definition of conductance is it is the ease or the process of flow of electric current in a conductor. So before conductance we have studied about the resistance and what are the relationship between the conductance and the resistance. And the conductance is the reciprocal of resistance. Okay, conductance is reciprocal of resistance. Okay, so we can write C equal to 1 by R. We can write C equal to 1 by R, means conductance equal to reciprocal of resistance, C equal to 1 by R. Okay, so what is the unit of conductance? The unit of conductance is, if it is reciprocal of resistance, we know that the conductance, the resistance is ohm, and the conductance, the unit of resistance, the unit of conductance is ohm inverse or mho. Okay, we know that C equal to 1 by R. If resistance equal to 1 ohm, okay, 1 ohm, so the conductance will be ohm inverse. So the unit of conductance, C equal to ohm inverse, or we can write ohm inverse, or it is mho, mho. Okay, otherwise you can say mho, mho. Okay, ohm inverse. Why it is ohm inverse? Because the conductance is reciprocal of the resistance. Okay, so let's move on to the specific conductance. Okay, likewise specific conductance also reciprocal of the resistance. Specific conductance is reciprocal to the resistance, specific resistance. Okay, so we will, how can they are reciprocal? We will see. We know that C equal to 1 by R, and also from the equation we know that R equal to R equal to rho into L by A. So we can write in this way also. So R equal to rho by 1 into L by A. Okay. So again we can write 1 by rho into A by L. Also we can write K into A by L. So here the symbol K represents kappa. Okay, K equal to, we know that K equal to 1 by rho equal to kappa, and kappa is known as KAPPA kappa. The kappa is known as the specific conductance. Okay, kappa is known as the specific conductance. So 1 by rho equal to the specific conductance. Okay, so we know that rho equal to the unit of rho can be denoted as the specific resistance, and 1 by rho for the specific conductance. So in this way, it is that both are reciprocal to each other. The conductance is reciprocal to the specific conductance, reciprocal to specific resistance. So what are the units? What are the units of specific conductance? The units of specific conductance, units of specific conductance. We know that the ohm cm is the unit of specific resistance. So we know that the both are the specific resistance and specific conductance both are reciprocal to each other. So we can write ohm inverse cm inverse. Otherwise, it can be ohm inverse cm inverse or ohm inverse meter inverse, or we can write ohm inverse meter inverse. And we know that from the specific conductance, 1 ohm inverse meter inverse is equal to 10 to the power 2 ohm inverse cm inverse. Okay, this one is the unit of SI, and this one is the unit of CGS. In CGS system, in SI unit is 1 ohm inverse meter inverse, and its CGS unit is 10 to the power 2 ohm inverse cm inverse. Okay, this is all about the specific conductance. So how can we explain that electrolytic the specific conductance for a electrolytic solution? So for electrolytic solution, the specific conductance represent the number of ions, all ions present in 1 cm cube. Okay, the area of 1 cm cube. Okay, so this is all about the conductance, resistance, specific resistance, and specific conductance. Okay, today we have learned about the electrolytic resistance and conductance. Okay, so resistance is known as the flow of opposition of electric current to a in a resistor, in a conductor. Okay, so the resistors are used resistors are implemented to reduce the flow of electric current. Okay, and its unit is ohm. The Ohm's law can be defined as the flow of electricity is directly proportional to the conductance, okay, and inversely proportional to the resistance. Okay, and what is specific resistance? And specific resistance can be denoted as rho, and its unit is ohm. Okay, ohm we can say. And what is conductance? Conductance can be denoted as C, and its unit is ohm inverse. Okay, so this is all about the electrolytic resistance, or the another topic, that is specific conductance. Specific conductance is reciprocal of the specific resistance. It is denoted as ohm inverse cm inverse. Okay, and ohm inverse meter inverse. Okay, so today we have learned about these 4 topics: conductance, resistance, specific conductance. Okay, In next class, we are going to discuss about the galvanic shell or Daniell shell. Okay, thank you. Hope you understood all this. And if you have any doubts, you can contact me. Okay, thank you.